once again at YouTube doing another video. We came to Home Depot, the family and I. Here comes the babes right here. Look at the babes. What's up, Papas? He just had a candy, huh? Yeah, he had candy. Yeah, you had some candy, huh? Yeah, let's not eat this though. Yeah, so we're here doing a follow-up video on how to repair the fish tank that we have at home. We're gonna buy some silicone right here, some clear silicone. And if you don't have this tool, you don't really need it. You can use a credit card or some type, or your finger to do it. But I'm gonna show you guys step by step how to repair a fish tank. Hey guys, so we're back from Home Depot and we bought our materials that we need to repair a fish tank. So I said I was going to teach you guys how to repair a fish tank step by step. So step one is we're going to need a fish tank. Step two, we're going to need the materials that we need to fix the tank. Step three, we're going to inspect the tank. So one, we're going to go off our checklist. Do we have our tools? Do we have our tank? Do we have our equipment? Do we have the proper gear to do all this? Now bear with me. I don't have all the proper gear. I'm doing this on a budget. So I'm going to show you guys the right way and the correct way to refurbish a fish tank that you bought used, or somebody gave it to you and it has a leak or something, or you just have an old tank laying around and has a leak. So one of the things you got to do is look right here on the seams, every seam of the fish tank, every angle, every corner, the bottoms, and you want to inspect it to see if you have any corrosion or anything. Like for example, this right here is pretty old. I could peel it back, so that might cause a leak. And inside the tank itself is already silicone, but we don't know if that's enough silicone to prevent it from leaking. So if you can see on this side, on the edge, right, we can't see the silicone in the inside to know if it's going to leak or not. So one of the things we're going to need is to inspect the tank. That's step one, after you verify that you have the tank. Step two is we're going to verify our equipment. So one of the tools you can use to see if it's, if it's leaking or not, run it by your finger. If it's feels like it's peeling off, then go ahead and do it, scrape it off. But to scrape it off, you're gonna need a trusty blade just like this one, or maybe this one has a quick release finger trigger, or maybe you don't have one of those, just buy a simple blade just like this. If you don't have that, then you can use a spatula like this. I find it quick and easy just to scrape it off with the spatula. After I slice it down with the blade. Once all that's said and done, right, we just go through the bottom of the seams right here and everything, scrape it off. So after that, we're gonna need our silicone. Now to use it, you also want to make sure it's all purpose silicone. And I'm gonna show you guys how to do it step by step. The first step is we're gonna need our blade right here. We're gonna actually use this little bad boy since I have it in hand. But like I said, if you don't have this blade, you can always simply just use a knife, right? So all we gotta do is just go straight down it like this. We're gonna scrape it off one side first, and we're gonna go back to the other side, so that is the corner. And if you can't get it all going straight down, it's okay to come back up with it just the opposite way, just like that, and it'll scrape off. Now, if you don't have this tool right here, the scraper, mine is pretty old and rusted, you don't really need it. I find it's quick and easy just to scrape it down just like that. And it comes right off. I don't know if you guys see that. Then once it comes off, I could just start peeling, sections of it little by little. Yeah, so that's just step one. So I'm gonna go ahead and do all all these corners right here and everything. Once I'm done, I'll get you guys back on YouTube and I'll show you guys step 2, okay? So as you guys can see, I'm just scraping off this excess on silicone that's here. Do be careful on the glass. You don't want to crack the glass. All you want to do is peel off the silicone. Now, another thing you're gonna need, like I know my tool right here is really rusty, and you don't want rust in your tank because it's not good for the fish. So what you could use is vinegar and water. Mix it together. I like to do 50-50 vinegar, 50 water, and give it a little shake and all that, just so everything's mixed. And once I'm done scraping everything, I will prep it and clean it all out using my silicone. Also, you want to get either a sponge or something like a rough pad like this. This you could scrape off the edges and try to take all this calcium off it, off the glass and everything. It's going to be a pain in the neck to take all the calcium off. You can also use a blade to scrape it off, but you might scratch your glass, you know. So like this section right here, I don't know if you guys can see that. All this calcium on the inside, I'm gonna do a little section of it using the blade. I don't know if you guys see that coming right off. It looks very, very good after you scrape it off, but it will take a long time. And once you fill it up with water, you won't really notice it. And that's just using this little blade right here. But it looks very, very, like, you know, here's a before after, you know, pretty much scraping it with the blade. The only thing is, it's going to be a lot of work, a lot of time, and you just got to be patient with a project like this, especially if you're going to carry, you know, live animals in here. You know, you don't want to have leaks or anything. This is going to be a show tank, so, you know, it's going to be in a living room pretty much, and whenever we have guests over or people just come in just to say what's up, you know, they're going to see the tank, and if you leave scratches on it, it's not going to look as good as it will like if it was brand new. So I'm not going to really use a blade as much. I just figured, you know, I'll show you guys a little on the easiest way I found to take calcium off. I will try to take some of the thickened calcium off of it, but like as fog glass like this, I'm just going to leave it alone. I did a section of it here. It looks pretty okay. It doesn't look like it's scratched much or anything, but I'm not going to risk it or anything. Later on down the line, if I do decide to do it, you know, I'll probably show you guys how to resand the glass and buff it out later on. But right now, it's 6. We're just going to take off the old silicone, so it's already peeling off, and we're going to add our new silicone using our silicone gun right here as one of the tools that you'll need. I'll try to put all the tools in the description below where you can find them easy. I pretty much bought everything I have here at Home Depot or Lowe's, only because I didn't want to wait for my order to come in from Amazon. But Amazon is a lot cheaper. I'll put some descriptions from Amazon so you can buy all these equipment and everything you need. Once you're done with the silicone, right, and let's say you put it on, you're gonna need like one of these finishers right here. This is a 2-in-1 finisher. So once I'm done with my silicone, I still have some left over and I don't want to dispose of it, and I want to save it for later on or a later project, you know, or something. This right here is a 2-in-1. It's a cap and and also the bottom part of the cap right here, I don't know if you guys can see that very good, it's full of corners, so you can fill in the gaps and put pressure down on it once we lay the silicone down. So this is a good tool to buy and to have if you have leftover silicone. I do have 2 of these bottles. Hopefully 2 of them is enough. If not, we're gonna try to get it as good as it can be before we even put fish. We're gonna clean it up. We're gonna make it look nice. We're gonna do everything to it. As a trimming on this tank, I took it off weeks before all this. Like as soon as I got the tank, I was just too excited to start working on it. Took it off and I spray painted it black. It's right here. Put it back on. It's the same process. Just put silicone inside it, flip it upside down, put silicone inside the seams right here all the way, you know. Then you flip it down carefully and you place it down one side at a time, and then you put pressure as you go down all the way evenly, just so it comes off, you know, well, just so it stays on and the silicone adheses to the glass. So I'm gonna try to take as much of the silicone off of the top. It's not really necessary since you're not gonna see this part right here, but if you want it to stick pretty good to your glass, you're gonna wanna take the old silicone off. If it looks like it's peeling off already. Now when I first got it, it was already coming off, very simple and easy. So the guy that I bought this tank from really had the tank outside for about a good year. So the sun here in California is very hot. It'll cook the silicone, dry it up if there's nothing keeping it moisture or anything. So it's pretty old silicone, but the tank itself is in great condition. It's gonna be a long process, a long wait. We want to do it right. We want to do it the correct way. I already took this whole corner of the silicone off, this corner of the silicone off, and I'm about to start this corner off right here. This one's already done, and then once I'm done with this corner, and then I'll start the bottoms, and then we'll re-silicone it and fill it up with water after you clean it and prep it. So we're gonna grab a sponge and just, you know, scrape it off just to make sure we didn't leave nothing behind. You know, just like that. And then we're gonna get all the corners pretty much. Once all the corners are nice and done, and we'll get our rag and we'll start drying this up and everything. We'll give it about a 15-minute wait for it to dry. But look guys, as you can see, once you wet the tank or you add water, you don't see that cloudy glass that you see right here. It looks just like this. So you see the before and after. So you're not really gonna notice this cloudiness right here. But if you do wanna, you know, scrape it off, like I said, I used the blade right here and it came right off. Hey guys, so I lost some audio in this section and I'm going to do a quick review on how I did everything. So what I did, I just put the silicone up and down the corners of the fish tank, and with the little yellow tool I bought for $3 at Home Depot, I went up and down as well with it just to give it a professional look to it, and it worked pretty fine. You don't really need that tool. You can use your finger, you can use a card or piece of cardboard or paper, etc. It's your preference, you know. I only spent $3 on it. It worked good, it looks professional, and it doesn't hurt to buy, you know. For $3, it's well worth it. I would recommend you doing it. The fish tank does not currently have any leaks now. I did 2 layers of the silicone. It came out perfect. You know, I really like it. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the process of it. Everything I had in the 10-gallon tank, I put in the big tank. So if you want to see it, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll post another video.